All right, good morning. Today we have a very sad looking wood chisel. This has seen some seriously better days. Okay, what it appears is at some point in time in its life, and I'm thinking this is probably could be 50 years plus, it could be older, not sure. I'm not seeing a maker's mark on here, but as you can see, it's been around a long time. So at some point in time, the handle must have broken off. Okay, and you could see how the shank has knurled over. Okay, other than that, I mean, it's in decent shape, I guess. It's got layers and layers of hardened substances. Best word I can think of. I don't know what it is. Um, could be cement. I don't know. Could be caulking, paint. Probably a little bit of everything. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can make that look good again. On here, substances on here. There seem to be mostly, maybe spackle, maybe some caulking, maybe some paint. It's hard, but not cement. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna burn it off. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the best way to go about doing this. We're just gonna burn that off. So we're gonna make a trip outside the shop, and it's a beautiful day outside today. It's brisk, probably about 25 degrees, but you know what? That's fine. Throw a jacket on, and yeah, see you outside. And so here we are, we're outside. Very sunny day, very cold. Just gonna burn that off. Okay, so we're back in the shop, and you can see this really cleaned up well. Sometimes burning is the way to go. Now we did not heat this up enough to anneal it, so we still have a hardened piece here. Easily test that by running a file on it. Okay. Still hard, still very hard. No filings even coming off of that. Right, so we're going to run that over to the excuse me, brass wire brush. So I'm just going to bring that in so you can see that this is in fact a buck, which is really, really nice. Okay. Alright, so we've been heating up the shank, the bent tip, and we're just going to use the crusher to straighten it out. Okay, so utilizing the crusher, we were able to draw out that tang, or that tang, shank, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it a shank. On a knife it's considered a tang, maybe on a chisel or file as well, not really sure. But shank definitely works. So we drew that shank out. Obviously you can see some of it's missing, but that's okay, because that will not be visible once we put that you know, into the handle. Alright, so we've got our Buck Brothers. See the little antlers on there. Wood chisel. We're going to go ahead and basically just preserve what we have here. I'm not going to change what we have. I'm not really into making everything you know, look new or modern or shiny. In some cases I like to preserve the patina. Okay, you know, all the dents and stuff. I mean, obviously we could take out the majority of these dents and scratches, but you know what? I think it's a really nice looking tool with all the wear on it. I don't think we need to do anything to it other than make sure that it doesn't rust. All right, so what we're going to do to accomplish that is we're going to use some balloon rust remover. Okay, we took off all of the rust, visible rust, with the burn and the brass wire wheel. But just in case we missed anything, we're just going to use a little bit of this balloon rust remover. Just applying that with a swab. Alright, so this is pretty much just like a guarantee that you are going to get to all the low spots on this piece of metal. Okay, so we're back. We just rinsed that off in cold tap water. I'm going to dry it. Okay, from there we're just going to hit it with some double-aught steel wool. Okay, so at this point we're going to treat it with some Birchwood Casey Super Blue. Okay, so we're back. We're just going to dry that off. I'm going to hit it with a heat gun. Make sure it's completely dry. Thing left to do at this point is to give it a nice coating of oil. I'm going to use some Marvel lubricating oil. Okay, so I'm going to start the process of putting a fresh edge on the chisel, okay, utilizing my combination sander, okay. I applied some masking tape to the bed so it wouldn't, so it would protect the chisel, the fresh bluing on the chisel, okay. All right. We now have out our Viking 10-inch whetstone grinder. Okay. You may have remembered this from a previous episode. We did a full restore on this unit, and this will actually be the first time we're utilizing it in production. All right, so we have a slat of wood. We're going to put that over the file to protect it. All right, so we've got the shank done. We've got that blued, okay, and we've got that sharpened. Beautiful, beautiful cutting edge there. Yeah, we'll be able to, very, very sharp. Okay, so it is that time. It's time to make a handle. All right, as you can see, the shank is resting on a block of wood. This is a very interesting piece of wood. For the last 4 years since I've been in this house that we live in, it has been sitting outside and being used as a fence gate stop. Okay, so I'd open up my side gate and I would slide this in front of it. It weighs probably about 10 pounds or so. Let's grab a quick weight on it. Okay, about 9.5 pounds. And yeah, so I'm not sure what type of wood it is, frankly, but it really looks good. Can't wait to see what it's going to look like as a handle. Put the scale away. All right, so we cut that down into a 6.5-inch piece. All right, so that's nice and manageable. Alright, so we've got the handle completed. I think it came out really sweet out of that piece of wood, that block of wood. I mean, we're looking at, you know, before and after. You know, it's kind of remarkable, actually. Yeah, amazing. You know, we cut it down, we turned it on the lathe. I'm not sure what kind of wood it is. If you know what kind of wood this is, please reach out to us and let us know. It'd be really cool for us to find out. I mean, it smells, when I cut it, it smells like roses. I mean, I noticed such a thing as rosewood, so I don't know if this is rosewood or not, but yeah, it'd be really cool to find out. I don't know. Very, very hard wood, though. Very hard. I mean, you can see the graining on that is, yeah, really pretty incredible. Especially since it was just sitting outside up against the fence for years. Alright, so we've got the handle, we've got the shank. Now we need to make a collar for this. Pretty big. I left it large. I just like the way it looked on here. Let's take a look and see what we got. See what we have as far as a width. Point to point. Got 7/8. We've got 7/8. So I figured a nice, to make a nice collar, we could use piping, you know, brass piping, copper piping, that type of thing. But instead of that, I'm going to use something a little bit more interesting. I've got this old Bally's gaming coin, Las Vegas. It's a $1 gaming token. I don't know if there's a value on this anymore. It may not be, but anyway, I think it'll be perfect for a collar. Okay, so we're going to make this into a collar. Alright, so we're going to make a collar. So we've got our punch, self-centering punch. I'm going to take that kern, drop it in there. Got our punch. Okay, we're over here at the crusher. Just going to drop the hammer on that. Apply some pressure. Okay, we're back from the crusher. Oh, there we go. We got a donut hole. Pretty thick, I'll tell you what. That's the thickest coin I've ever cut.